Now this, I say Clinton Democrats and what they stood for are being snubbed by the Obama administration. Democrat pollster Bernard Whitman is here. Got to put the clock on you. No shouting matches, okay? Me first. 20 seconds. You worked for Bill Clinton. President Obama has completely abandoned the policies that gave us some degree of prosperity in the Clinton years. And yet you now support President Obama, even though he has gone completely the opposite from Bill Clinton. Go.
Completely disagree with your premise, and as I spoke to the president a couple weeks ago, he explained to me why you're incorrect, Stuart. President Obama has a vision of America.
Did you speak directly with him?
I did, a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Shared prosperity, where everybody moves ahead, everybody pays their fair share, where it's not a matter of, in Romney's vision, those at the top continue to do well, and those in the middle and the bottom fall further and further behind. I think you'll recall the rich did very well under President Bill Clinton, and the tax rate under President Bill Clinton on the top income earners was substantially higher than it is today. That's what President Obama wants to go back to. That's what helped create 26 million new jobs.
So you're saying President Obama will change course just a little bit. He'll go back. He'll move back to the center in a second administration. By the way, you say you spoke directly to him. It wasn't one-on-one necessarily, but he spoke to you, right?
Yes.
Is he cold and arrogant, as people say?
President Clinton?
No. Obama.
No, I was talking about President Clinton.
And
no, I don't think either man are cold or arrogant. Obviously, Clinton is legendary for his warmth. Barack Obama is certainly a little bit more studious.
Okay, so you're telling me that President Obama will, in fact, change course a little bit in a second term. He'd go back to Bill Clinton's policies.
Well, he has been trying to. You recall since the argument over the debt ceiling, he has been trying to get the Bush tax cuts for the wealthy ended, extend the Bush tax cuts for the middle class. That's exactly the type of policy that Bill Clinton advocated. That's exactly the type of policy that President Obama tried to put in place and was unable to do so over Republican opposition.
Spell it out for me. If President Obama raises taxes on people making more than $250,000 a year, that brings in an estimate of $80 billion a year. I want you to tell me, in economic terms, how does that create jobs?
It is part of an entire parcel of economic cuts, tax increases, and investments in education and infrastructure that this country needs to get the unemployment rate down and to create more jobs.
So they'll tax the $80 billion and then spend it on infrastructure and education.
It's times 10.
And spend.
So when you multiply it out,
tax and spend.
That
will create jobs, you think?
But you know what I don't understand.
Will it create jobs?
Is investment in our country's infrastructure absolutely
will it create jobs?
Spending does create jobs. Doesn't spending?
Why hasn't it created jobs so far? We've still got wait a minute. We've got fewer jobs now than we had at the beginning of the administration, despite massive spending on the part of government.
We've had 29 straight months of job growth, 4.5 million new jobs created, 500,000 jobs in the manufacturing sector, greater growth in job creation in the manufacturing sector in over a dozen years. So actually, these policies are working. They haven't worked far enough, but they are working.
Well, we'll see if the American people agree with that. Bernard Whitman, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, sir.